of this one road town sits the damn bar where we all gather round. Friday night lights and a neon flame. Big B strolls in and he's calling the game. He's got a notebook.
Welcome back, y'all, to the damn bar for another Big B beer review. You know what time it is? It's the ring for a beer bell. It's time to review some beer. All right. This one here is quite interesting right here. I tell you what. We got here the PastryArchy Cookies and Cream. It is a white stout, which all stouts are ale, so it's in the ale family. And handcrafted by the DuClaw Brewing Company in Ewing, I think it's called. Ewing, New Jersey. Coming in, and where's it? 8% ABV. 8%. As you see, I'm trying to gently just turn the can because thick stouts with flavoring stuff, and it's been sitting upright, you know, they tend to settle. And I want to try to see, make sure I get that. I don't want to shake the can, but so all right. The PastryArchy Cookies and Cream isn't just a flavor; it's the flavor. Inspired by the iconic combination, each sip is a rich, silky swirl of creamy vanilla and chocolate cookie goodness. Skip the dunking and go straight for sipping with this full-bodied white stout. I gotta say, I have not had that many white stouts before. DuClaw, they do a great job. I mean, I think I had a DuClaw not long ago. I mean, I've reviewed several of the beers. I remember it being pretty good. So some facts on it. 38 IBUs. I don't know what Plato means, but 20 Plato. So, white stout gold, it's supposed to be, so they do use Chinook hops. They use as far as their grains, they got Pilsner, Vienna, Munich, Crystal 15, flaked barley, and flaked oats. Holy moly! That's quite a grain bill there. Wow. And these are all mostly barleys and stuff, except for the flaked oats. And they got flaked oats, flaked barley. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different types of grain in this beer. Used to make this beer. This is a project here. This sucker's a project, I gotta say. And they even got something else here, you know, dunked in delicious vanilla ice cream. We introduce you to roasty, full-bodied white stout infused with cookies and cream ice cream. Okay. So lactose and cocoa are in here. And it's made in collaboration with Maryland-based family-owned creamery, Keys, K-E-Y-E-S, Creamery, in celebration of their 10th anniversary and 3 generations of a family dream. Now that's pretty cool. They don't have that here on the can. Do they? No, it just says with lactose, vanilla, whole roasted coffee beans, and natural flavor. You gotta love Americans and their natural flavor, right? Americans and their natural flavor. Yeah, I don't say nothing about the creamery on here, on the can. I'm glad I looked it up. All right, make sure it's clean. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. It was starting to come out. Oh. So it smells like a good stout. Nice and malty. But I'm getting some chocolate there. Remember, it's a white stout. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Ho, 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 ho. Pepe la Pew. Ho, ho, ho. Nice. That's a white stout, all right. I'll call it because, I mean, it's not as dark as you would expect. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, I wouldn't say. I'd say it smells kind of like Oreo cookies and a stout beer. That malty, chocolatey, you know, kind of smell. You get a nip of the head. Ooh. Oh yeah, baby. It's got a tartness there. Those the Chinook hops shine through in the head of it. You can taste that, and you can taste cookies, like Oreo cookies. You know, oh my gosh, this is gonna be great. Take a look. Cookies and cream. And I mean, what does that look like to you, obviously? Oreo cookies? Well, that's the flavor that I got, like I said. And I'm looking forward, this is probably gonna taste a lot like that. And crafted, New Jersey made. Brewing, New Jersey. Some facts. All right. Nice. Look at that. Hazy, but you know, it's a stout, a dark or a white stout. You know, that's why it's not, you know, super dark. And actually, it's kind of pretty dark. I've seen white stouts that were actually even lighter than this. I think the best one I ever had was from Cigar City. Right there. So, oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, like I said, pretty dark for sure. Yep. Let's get the reflection of me in there. It's always hard to read that, but this is this scale is what the official judges use. They use this scale, and I don't really go by the words that they use, but just the numbers. And this one, it's down there. It's definitely down there in that area. So I would say that's 27. Let's go to 27, if y'all even care. Y'all know what time it is. Crack them open, pour them up. Let's get to drinking. All right. I swear, my neighbors know. One of my neighbors, they always seem to know when I'm doing a beer review because they get out there and they start mowing that lawn. I'm sure y'all can hear that. You gotta be able to hear that. All right. Look at the lacing. I forgot to mention that. But look at that. Nice lacing going on there. I'm going to give this a little swirl to try to get any of the stuff in the bottom. And top her off. Alright, I don't see no chunks or nothing coming out, so that's usually a good sign of freshness too, you know, because it's not that old. It shouldn't be. I don't see nothing down there. Sweet. Here we go. Salud. Fascinating. Fascinating indeed. Okay. Creamy, but it's got a little bit of a nice bite to it. Boozy. You can taste that 8% all the way. This thing's got a nice warm kick there. You can get the alcohol in it big time. It's actually kind of like boozy up front, right up front. You know, that's like the first impression I got. Like, wow, you can tell this baby's 8%. The Chinook hops weren't just in the head. They're in it wasn't just in the head when I did the sample there, but it's in the body too. You can really tell that they got this. It's got a hoppy bitterness to it. It's got a nice creaminess to it. A little bit of chocolatiness. It's definitely different from the way the head tasted, where I actually tasted that Oreo in the actual beer itself, it's more of a stout, you know, more stout, you know, related there for sure. You get that maltiness, but you also get, they put a lot of Chinook in there, I'm guessing, which is interesting because they put 5 different grains. That huge grain bill, only 1 hop, and that hop is really showing through. Man, that's a sipper. A nice crisp up front forward when it hits you, but then a nice smooth finish. It's medium bodied, almost a full bodied beer. I'd say it's right there on like almost more, you know, almost, I guess you'd call it a full body. Yeah. It's, but I'm kind of wishing it had, you tasted more of the grain bill, you know, and you tasted more of like the Oreo flavor that I was, you know, kind of thinking I was going to get. It's there, but it's in the very end, in the very back, and it's kind of comes after, and it's still kind of being overmasked by the booziness and the hops. But it's there. It is there. You can taste it. Barely any sweetness, if any. There's like this is no sugary sweetness. And yes, I was kind of expecting that, especially when you see that, you know, cookies and cream. I thought this sucker was going to be so sweet, but it's not. There's no sweetness. I'm very shocked that there's no sweetness to this. It's more bitter and it's good. It's more of a stout. I actually really like it. I really like it. You know, it's a strong stout, almost like an imperial stout. It is 8%, so I guess you could consider this an imperial stout. As a matter of fact, if you go by the book, you know, by the BJCP, you know, I think after it reaches over 7% or something, it becomes an imperial. So yeah, not bad. Wow, that's different. Food-wise, I'm wanting some smoked meats. You know, a smoked brisket or you know, something on, you know, just smoke right there on the campfire. Yeah. I'd go with brisket. This would be good with barbecue. This would be a great beer to pair with barbecue. Ribs. Some baby back ribs. Yeah, this would go great with that. And nice, you know, we can even with the Chili's baby back ribs, this would be a great pairing. Okay, so let's see what the interweb says. On Beer Advocate, this gets an 84 out of 100 with an average rating of 3.97, and that's only with 8 check-ins on Beer Advocate. On Untapped, with over 2,500 reviews, it averages out at 3.63. So, what about it again? I'll put the information up here next to me. But what I paid for it, sometimes when I search online is exactly what I paid for it at my local store. $16.04 after taxes for a 4-pack of these. So that's roughly $4, basically $4 a pint there, because those are pint cans, 16 ounces. And that's about 25 cents an ounce. And actually, I didn't pay for it. Texas Tea did. Thank her very much. I wouldn't mind having this again. I would probably buy it again. It's not bad. But it's kind of hard to say no to a Guinness Extra Stout because you get a 6-pack for about the same price, if not actually, yeah, about the same price. But they're smaller bottles, but I don't know. It's not bad. And, I mean, it is local made. Yeah, I'd buy it again. Yeah. That being said, Memory Bells, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. Craveability, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Because of that booziness. It's more of a sipper. It's not something, I don't know. Yeah, 6 out of 10. Big B beer review grade. I think I'm going to give this bad boy a B+. A big old badass B+. Have y'all ever had this beer? Let me know in the comments below. Have y'all ever had a white stout? Let me know in the comments below. What is your favorite white stout? What is your favorite stout? Period. Like Guinness and all that. Guinness Extra Stout is pretty much one of my favorite go-to stouts. I love Guinness Extra Stout. I don't really care much for the regular Guinness that everybody else is too. In my opinion, it's watery and it needs more of a crispness that like the Extra Stout has. And when I think of stout, I think of that. Let me know when you think of stout, what beer do you think of? You know what I mean? So, and what's the craziest ice cream dessert beer you've ever had, or not ice cream? Just any kind of crazy beers. You know, I've had some pretty wild ones here on the channel, and they're not up there right now. But I had ones that taste cheese pizza, and yeah, I love those wild and crazy beers. Anyways, I hope y'all have enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed drinking it. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. It helps the channel out big time. Helps the channel to grow. Making a quick shout out to a friend of mine, Friar Joseph's Beer Reviews, Friar Joe Beer Reviews. I haven't heard from him in a while, and I don't know what's up with him. He's in Ireland over there, an American living in Ireland, and we used to chat for a while, and then he just seemed to drop off the scene, or you know, I don't know what he's doing. He seemed to at least drop off the scene with me. He don't talk to me no more. But if you're watching this, hit me up, man. Send me a message. I want to know you're still out there. I'm still representing you. And I always will. Anyways, make sure you guys don't miss out on my future beer reviews, home brews, blind taste challenges, and more. You subscribe. It's completely free. You just hit that subscribe button. It's quick and easy, and it helps the channel to grow. I hope to see you all here at the damn bar for the next one. Until next time, salute and happy days.